What is up, my dudes? I am Farul, and this is my first video on the YouTube channel. And honestly, I'm trying something new, and I thought that this might be able to help a few traders that I know out there. So, if I could help a few people, then honestly, I think I'd be going a long way. Plus, it's something interesting that I've already been doing. I've been trading for quite some time now, and basically, I've been doing analysis on my own, and I thought that this would be a fun way to share it with the community in a more, I would say, friendlier tone, because typically the way I would do it is through text, or if I send it out in the group, or if I send it to my friends, or basically just talk to people lah. But if we're going another way about it, I think that publicizing my videos and maybe posting on YouTube would help a lot. So tell me what you think. If this helps you, leave a like, I guess, and if you really like it, drop a comment, and maybe we might make this a regular thing. I honestly would like to see myself live streaming on this channel one day, so hopefully that all works out. But without further ado, I won't waste any more time. Let's begin the video. So for today, I actually have a bunch of charts that I would like to share with you guys, specifically some of the majors lah. Right, these are things that we typically trade, high volume, but for today I would actually like to take a look at the commodity pairs, because I smell opportunity. Okay, so if you look at New Zealand dollar, so it's actually a commodity pair. I actually got a chart open up right here. Right, I actually have noticed that its movement is showing something of a very clear opportunity into the market, and I think that this might be a very powerful trade if we do choose to take it. So let's have a look over here. Right, any of my traders out there, right, this is for you guys. What chart patterns over here? So for you guys out there that don't know, all my traders out there in my community, we typically like to spot chart patterns, and this is a very clear one, and it's a very big one as well, so it might make things a bit clearer if you want to take the trade lah. So if you see this one over here, it's very obvious. What is this chart pattern? Do you guys know? Right. So let's have a look. Okay, no more messing about, let's have a look. All right, let's take a look over here. Okay, first things first, let's analyze. So in order to analyze a chart, right, all you have to do is take a look at our tools, right? Go ahead and plot this out. So I'm going to be using this over here, the horizontal line, right? Come over here, right? Find the neckline of this particular chart pattern, right? In case you guys didn't know or would like to follow along, right? This chart pattern is actually, right, without further ado, it is actually a double top, right? Double top, right? This is actually the exact opposite or the inverse of a double bottom lah, right? If you guys aren't familiar about it, I'll put something here on the screen. Okay, yeah, then can have a look what a double top is. But another thing that interests me specifically about this pair is actually its structure, right? Its structure. So if we take a look over here, right, same thing. I'm gonna go and plot my horizontal lines, right? Take a look, poop, right, put in there, another one over here. Oh, not right there, right about here, right. Why did I plot this here? Well, as you can see, the market has reacted to it a bunch of times lah, right? So very clear cut, we are in a ranging sort of market, right? Ranging meaning what? Up and down lah, right? Typical normal stuff. It's not rocket science over here, okay? So if you take a look over here, it's a ranging pair, right? Look over here much more clearly, right? We spot a very nice chart pattern, a double top. So what does this mean? This is a bearish chart pattern. Bearish chart pattern meaning, right, that you might get bearish movement. Bearish meaning downwards lah, right? If you were a bear, you will look to sell. If you were a bull, you look to buy. So this is in a bearish position right now, right? Apparently, if it's not apparently, with its structure in a double top, as well as it hovering around the neckline, right? We can see the structure moving cyclically as well, right? You might think that after it breaks through this particular line, you might see a whole bunch of downward movement, right? So what do I mean by this? Okay, let's take a quick little screenshot, right, and let's edit it live. Okay, so I won't be taking any live trades on this channel, but mostly analysis lah, right? We really want to look at the charts. Oh, that is not a nice screenshot. Let me try that again. Right, okay, that's much better. Okay, yep, let's take a look. Boom. Okay, so if you look over here, right, what are we looking out for actually? It's actually this kind of movement. Let's get my pen out, right? Okay, so this kind of movement. So typically a double top will have this kind of structure, right? This being the key resistance level. So in our particular scenario, the double top will be here, 1 and 2. Yes, their heights do not need to be the same, right? They can be of different heights. It's totally fine, right? You might think that, oh no, it has to be the same, but realistically, come on, the market is never gonna ever give you perfect scenarios all the time. So if something's uneven, then it's okay. It's part of nature. Okay, not nature lah, it's part of the market lah, okay? Right, so if you look at the market right now, yeah, in this kind of structure, but something for us to take note of, right? Oh, my days. What am I drawing? Okay, yeah, if you look at something to take note of right now, right, the way the market structure is right now, it's hovering right above actually. So there is a gap over here. Do you guys see that? Let me zoom in there a bit clearer. So you can see there's a gap over here, right? It's not quite done yet. Okay, so what does this mean for us? What do I have to do? Means you really have to wait for it to try to test this particular line. So if I were you, if I were a trader, or actually no lah, if I were me, right, I'm right now waiting for a particular opportunity to enter this trade, but I am not looking to enter right away because I don't see this neckline to be broken, right? I really want this to be broken, and then you might see that over here is our room to profit, right? It's our room to profit. Over here we can check how many pips this is actually. Let me have a look. I can double check for you guys, but this is easily, I think, close to a few hundred pips lah, right? A few hundred pips. Let me just check for you guys real quick how many pips that is. Alright, just checked it for you guys, right? This is roughly 270 pips. Roughly lah, estimated, okay? Estimated. Right, don't scold me if it's wrong. Anyways, right, this is roughly 270 pips. So what am I looking out for as a trader? What am I looking out for is typically, right, in this particular situation, right, where you see a lot of bearish movement. You look at the candles over here, they're all bearish engulfing candles, right? Typically, this kind of candlestick movement show a lot of selling pressure. And if you look over here, right, we have a very clear neckline, a very nice structured double top. Right, let me zoom out a bit, make it clearer. Yeah, very nice structured double top. And we have a lot of room to profit. If this neckline is broken, let's say the chart is somewhere around here, right, somewhere around here at this level, I would look to take the trade all the way to the bottom. This is, of course, a swing trade, so it will take multiple days, right? If I can write clearly, right, that'll be great. But obviously I'm writing with my mouse, so do bear with me, right? But this is very clearly a swing trade. So if you take it, don't expect to wait like maybe a few minutes. No, this will be a few days kind of thing, right? Why? Because I'm looking at the H4 chart. Yeah. Oh, yeah. If you're new to this channel and if you're new to trading with me, I trade typically on the H4 chart and above. I am a swing trader, intraday trader, or maybe even just daily scalps at most, but typically I don't do those kind of fast action trading, no real scalps to begin with, just typically these intraday or swing trades, right? Why? Because safer, slower, and honestly I don't have to spend too much time on it, right? I don't want to be too stressed out when it comes to trading, right? But this is one opportunity that I've spotted from the market, right? That is done and dusted. Let's move on. Another one that I've spotted is on another commodity pair. This is the Aussie dollar, right? Recently, if you saw, it actually broke out from this pattern. I've actually covered this analysis some of the time with my community, but what we're looking at right now is this kind of movement from the Australian dollar, right? So what we're looking at, right, as you can see over here, same concept, right? I'm actually using this tool over here, right? If you can choose the trend line, right, option. You can press Alt T on your keyboard, right? It works as well, right? But you can just click on this and you can go ahead and plot your points. So I can plot from here all the way to here or wherever you would like. Actually, this is not the cleanest of plots, but you understand what I'm trying to say, right? I hope you do. Okay. But by the way, also if you're a trader and you're not familiar with the app that I'm using, this is actually TradingView, right? But I'm sure many of you are familiar with this. So this is the market structure as of right now, right? This is on the smaller scale, right? If you want to talk about the smaller scale, right? This is H4. But if we actually move to the daily, yeah, let's go ahead and do that, daily, right? If you go to the daily, right, you can go and plot something else, right? What is this thing that I'm referring to? Is this particular line, right? So the market has actually been tested multiple times, right? I wouldn't plot the line at this point. Somewhere around here is about nice. Okay, here. Yep. Right, it's been tested to this point and you can see that it's bounced off it very clearly. Obviously, there is some room for deviation, right? Not exactly at that point, right, as I'm saying, but it's coming down from this level. Although there's this slanting support over here, if you would plot it through these two previous points, you can see that it's already been broken, right? It's just that this chart hasn't been updated. I'm actually plotting along with you guys. But if you look over here, it's actually been broken already. And you can see that it's been rejected at this level before, right? It's tried to come up, been rejected, coming down. So this is how I view this particular chart. And I actually do see it as more of a negative right now, right? I actually do see it coming down to as low as possible at as possible this point lah, right? I really think that it's going to come on to this point. Why? Because of bullish movement within the market, bearish movement within the market, right? You can see that it's actually been rather quite bearish recently, right? Been quite relentless on the move down. And on top of that, with the recent NFP news that came out, it was actually quite positive, right? Quite positive, and basically the rate cuts that are upcoming might actually be pushed back. So people are rather bullish on the US dollar, and likewise the Australian dollar is actually kind of weak. So if you want to look over here, right, what am I actually looking at? What am I looking out for? If we take a look, right, let's open this up, right, full screen this, let's have a look. Right, what am I actually looking out for is actually this particular space, right? So when I trade the markets, typically what I like to trade is basically my risk to reward ratio. So if you look over here, right, this is my potential reward, right? This gap in the market that could potentially be covered is my potential reward, and obviously my risks are over here as well, right? There's a risk, right? It could potentially come up to try to retest this level, but as of right now, the way things are looking is actually pretty 50-50, right? Why do I say that? My risk to reward ratio is about the same. This gap and this gap is about the same, but it's been showing more bearish action as of late. So I'm more than happy to take this trade downwards, right? Why? Because the fundamentals are going my way. I mentioned news, right? I mentioned news, and I also mentioned looking at the technicals, right? If you look at technicals over here, it's the stars are aligning lah, let's say, right? So this is typically how I trade, right? I can go into more detail as in future videos as time comes, but I don't really want to drag my analysis too much because I don't really take so long on my analysis. I don't really like to sit and dwell and figure out why. Obviously I have my other indicators as well, but I really cannot show them to you because they are on another platform. This is on TradingView. The ones that I'm referring to are on MetaTrader. I can't really show you them. Yeah, I'm pretty sure YouTube has that whole issue with these MetaTrader platforms and all that nonsense and so on and so forth. But these are opportunities that I'm looking out for. And last but not least, I actually haven't looked at this chart today. This is the Euro USD, right? We've actually come into a strange predicament over here. If you take a look, right, let's plot our other trend lines over here. Boom, right, horizontal line, let's plot it there. Right, wait, where's my line? Hey man, where's my line? I can just drag this up actually. I don't really need this one. Right. If you see this over here, there's a very clear neckline. Similar structure, right? We have something of a double top as well. Right, what do I mean by that? Let's take a look. Right, something of a double top as well. Actually triple lah, if you wanna. No, not really, it's more of a double. Right, if you look at the daily time frame. Let's look at the daily time frame to see a clearer view. If it will load, it'll be nice. Hey man, please load. Okay, let's put out a fresh chart then, since it's being angsty. Right? Pull out a fresh chart, boom. There you go. And 1 million lines appear at this point. Nice. Okay, so anyways, yes, this is what I was referring to. Right, put it up on the daily. Let's have a look what's going on over here. What's cooking, right? What's cooking on the Euro USD on the daily time frame. Yep, as I was saying, yeah, it's a very clear double top. Right, I wouldn't consider this a triple. There's no very distinct three peaks, and they only ever really touch the necklines about once. So you can see that it's very clearly broken this neckline. And something that I realized about Euro USD is it likes to make this kind of movement. Right, what kind of movement am I talking about? Let's have a look. Right, let me just remove some of these lines, make things a bit clearer. Right, it likes to move in this range. Right, you can plot one line here, right about here. Right, I can put a line right about here. Right, you can see it likes to move within this range, right? Especially for this is since like December of 2022. right? It's been moving in this range ever since, and right now it's really on its biggest move up. Right, it's biggest move up since this July of 2023, and it's formed this very distinct pattern over here. Like I mentioned, double top. I'll put it up on the screen again for those of you who aren't so familiar. And back-to-back days of really bearish candles. So once you see this and a very clear breaking of the neckline, right, immediately, right, I see money. No, okay. Very immediately I see an opportunity to profit. I'm not that shallow, right? It's not all about the money, but let's be real, you're trading forex because you want to make money. So if you see over here, there's some reaction over here trying to test this particular line again, but as we all know, this support level that was once broken is pretty much now turning to resistance. It's gonna test this line, and I'm pretty sure, as obvious as it's possible, as obvious as possible, it's gonna test this line. It's gonna come down, right? As far as I know, that's what it's gonna do, right? My fundamentals and as well as the technicals pretty much align with this thesis, right? Based on market movements, prediction, and really just your experience lah, overall experience from the market. This is how you gauge and feel, right? Whether I'll ask you to take a sell, I will say no. I'm not here to tell you to sell. This is not financial advice, right? But am I here to provide with you with some opinions or trading knowledge? Yes. That is what I'm here for. So what are we looking at? This is Euro USD on the daily time frame, right? What am I expecting it to do? I'm expecting it to actually bounce off this point, a support that was now turned to resistance, right? It's gonna probably come back down to this level, right? Not immediately, not next week, right? Not maybe next month even. It's gonna take a while lah, right? As you can see, it took a lot of candles, a lot lah. If I wanted to count all the way up, it's a bunch, right? This is easily within months, and if for it to come back down, it's gonna take months as well. So if you take a look over here, right, it actually started its move up in June of 2024. It officially reached its first peak lah, let's say on August, right? This is about a month, right? Actually, yeah, right, just nice a month. That's exactly 30 candles. Interesting, right? So maybe it will take about a month to come back down here. Maybe it will retest this line, try to come back up again. We don't really know for sure, but typically when you spot chart patterns like this, you would see a huge reaction in the market. How do I know? If you look over here, there's a very clear 1, 2, 3 triple bottom, and you see a movement in the market. It actually tested all the way up, so I'm actually expecting it to do somewhat something of the same, right? If you look, it's actually quite a similar setup over here, it's probably gonna come all the way down. So yep, I'm pretty bearish on Euro USD right now, right? Gun to my head, I will probably be a bear, right, in this particular market. But end of the day, trade at your own risk. All trading carries risk. If you want to take the trades, follow your heart, right? Follow your heart. Okay, I'm not gonna stop you. But this has been my thoughts on and opinions on the market. So something different for you guys. This is not my typical written assessment. This is not my typical long text in the community group. This is a brand new taste, brand new flavor into my analysis into the market. So I hope this has been nice for you guys. If you like it, leave a like. If you don't like it, leave a dislike. But I'll know who you are. I'm just kidding. Right? If you don't like it, leave a dislike and drop a comment. See what I can improve or tell me what you want me to analyze next. That's it from me. This has been Farul on I haven't decided the channel name yet. I'll see you guys again some other day. Goodbye.